Okay, I'm just waiting for YouTube and Facebook to come up, and then TikTok, and then we'll get started. Today, okay. Hi, I see a couple of you joined. We've got two more. We have today and next Sunday of Manifest 2021. But of course, I'm going to carry this out through into the new year, and we're going to have versions of it going on then. So just so you guys know, Facebook and YouTube is here, TikTok is here, and Instagram is here. So if I'm not always looking at you, that's because I'm looking at the other cameras. So we have today and next Sunday, okay? Also, Thursday, New Year's Eve. Not obviously Christmas is this week, and then next week will be New Year's Eve. I'm going to do a pick a card meditation we'll start with, we'll do all, I don't know if I'm going to do all three. I might just do Instagram and then jump on TikTok, pick a card, we'll start with the meditation, and then we'll do a couple different pick a cards for New Year's. Okay. So if you're going to be home on New Year's, that's what we're going to do. Hi, Joyful Spirit just joined. Okay. So we have today, if you have not been with us for the last 6 weeks, has it been? On manifesting what it is that we want for 2021, that's okay. We're going to start over. We're going to start over next year in a week or so, right? Because we can't manifest everything we want right now in this second, and we can't manifest it in 6 weeks, right? Depending on timing and paths, your spiritual path and all of that, things take time. Most importantly, for those of you that are new, manifestation is about learning about you. It's about learning about why you are, who you are, right? It's not just getting that new car, which, yes, we all want the new car and we will get the new car, but it's about learning about who you are and why you are. And that's what this manifestation is about. That's why I teach this, because it worked for me. But not only does it work for me, I don't even like saying that. I almost want to take that back. I want to take that back because it sounds like a selling point. It sounds like a book. It sounds like, something that I'm trying to convince you of. And instead, I'm trying to make this a lifestyle for you. I'm trying to create manifestation as part of just who you are and something we do all the time. It's not something that has to be put aside. Now, when we're looking for our life path, when we're looking for a purpose, when we're looking for that bigger thing, it takes time. It takes writing, but all of that time and work is really at the core determining who you are. What do I want? Why do I want it? What do I want it to look like, right? And so that step's always left out, right? We all know when it comes to manifestation, we can write about it, we can ask about it. But at the end of the day, manifestation is about who are you? What are you manifesting? Because most likely what you're manifesting is not what you want. And so this week and next week is about patience, okay? And then come January, we're going to start over. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to, bring this out again and in a way that's a little bit more cohesive. But for the next 2 weeks, it's about patience. And this is something, even if you missed everything else, this is key. All right. So we want to practice this. We want to add this into our daily meditation practice. Everyone here will have a daily meditation practice, even if that's just 1 minute a day. I've been posting 1 minute meditation, so you have no excuse. So patience. I want to try and veer away from what we typically hear about patience, what we typically know, the quotes we typically learn and read, right? I want to try and offer something different. And I always tell you guys that I don't study and read, okay? I have always received all of my guidance from spirit about everything, about life, about food, about medicine, about everything. That's not singular to me. Everyone should and can live like this, right? We all have the connection to the infinity, to God, to spirit, whatever, whomever you want to refer to it as, doesn't matter. We all have access to all the information we need always, okay? That's what we're working on in Manifestation 2021, realizing we have access to everything we need. So if we were to go back and review, the first step is prayer, ask. In prayer and ask, we're going to ask for what we want. We're going to ask once, and we're not going to keep asking and begging, all right? We're going to write it down if we need to. We're going to do whatever we need to do to ask, right? Write it down, send it out to spirit, all that. Okay. Next, we do meditation, which is listening. We need to know what we just asked for, how to get there. Meditation is listening, how you get there, okay? Action, do. Are you doing what it is you are trying to create? You know, if let's stay really specific. If it is just a car you want, well, what are you doing to make sure you're creating the funds for that car? You know what I'm saying? So we're doing on some level always, and we talked about that in detail, because that also involved clearing the house, clearing the body, clearing the workspace, clearing the car. There's so many more points to these areas, right? And then we have patience. Patience is knowing. Patience isn't waiting. Patience is knowing. So I'm sorry, to go back to what I was saying, how I receive my guidance, all my knowledge through spirit. There is a caveat. Guru Singh is someone that I listen to. I follow his Kundalini yoga, his lectures. Now, I learn from Guru Singh, and so much of what I share comes through what I've learned with Guru Singh. And I'm saying that because when I found Guru Singh, it resonated, but it wasn't just it resonating, it was a remembering. Because when you have a good teacher, your teacher is teaching you how to remember what you already know. Your teacher is teaching you how to access what we all have access to. Your teacher is teaching you how to be more powerful than them. And so when I would hear him speak, when I do hear him speak, there's moments, many moments of remembering. And it's not like, oh yeah, I remember so-and-so said that. It's this knowing. And so my point is, when I choose to learn from a human teacher, that has to resonate. That has to be a connection to spirit that resonates with me, that reminds me of who I am. That doesn't just remind me of facts. He's reminding me of who I am. And that's what I'm here to do for you guys. I'm reminding you of who you are and what you have access to. All the same crap that I have access to. I am no more special than you. Okay? So understanding that, I say that because he taught something really cool about being present. He taught something really cool. And his teachings also come from yogis that sit in meditation, yogis that sit and listen to guidance and then pass it on. Same thing, okay? So there's our presence and then there's our preference, okay? We live in the in-between. So there's your presence, where you're at right now today. And then there's your preference, where you want to be, that car, that job, that family, that husband. But I need a third hand because we're living right here. We live right here. We aren't living our preference, and we're not living in the present because we're too busy wanting. And so we're living in this really uncomfortable space. Does that make sense? Right? Yes, Jordan is a big Kundalini supporter. Highly recommend it. Me too. That's what I do, Kundalini yoga. So when you're living in the middle of this, you're not present and you're not living in your preference where you'd prefer to be. My new job, my new husband, my new wife, my blah, 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 right? You're in between that. How uncomfortable is that? I mean, how uncomfortable did that look, right? How uncomfortable is that? It's uncomfortable, and we aren't moving when we're there, right? So some of you might be saying, Okay. Oh, here's Oliver. For those that can see him. Oliver, go sit down, baby. Come on. Come on. Oh, he's going through. For those of you that might be saying, well, my presence is painful. Where I'm at right now is painful, right? Okay. So we need to go into that. You need to allow yourself to be in it, not forever, but long enough to determine why you're there, why you're in this pain, why you chose this pain. Okay. Yes, we choose everything. Thank you. I love you. And my dog is so cute, right? Oliver's so cute. We choose everything. Life doesn't happen to us. It happens for us, right? So if life is happening for you, it's a gift. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that some of these awful, horrific situations you should be laughing and smiling and grateful for in the moment. It takes time to get us there, right? I get that. But if you are living in your present moment because you're always going, I wish I could be here. If only I was here. If I was here, this would be better, or this would look better. Okay, which we all do. I can pretty much say 99.9% of us are all living in our preference where we wish we were, not in our presence. So when you're not in your presence, you're not experiencing the moment in the fullest, which means you're not able to get the F out of that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to get out of that moment so you can move on. So we have to become present. Okay, so so for those of you saying, well, my life is so awful and you expect me to sit in this awfulness, and you're in that awfulness. If you're in an abusive relationship emotionally, right? I'm not saying a physically dangerous situation, okay? I'm not talking about that. Let's go a little lighter. Let's just say we're talking about, we live in an emotionally abusive or stressful situation with our mother or father, right? And you're like, I'm 18, I can't leave. Okay. You are in that situation. You're going to be there. You have two choices. You can be there and not be present and hate every moment of it, or be there and get into that daily meditation practice until you figure out how to get out, until you figure out the way through. Your daily meditation practice is the only way to get you through. Because a friend might knock on your door and say, hey, come stay with me for a little while. Okay, well, a little while is a little while. You're just transferring all your pain and suffering to another home. You haven't changed you, right? Now, that change might be exactly what you need, so you can change you. So yay, that's exactly what you want, right? But we have to change what's going on inside, why we chose the parent that does this. And yes, you chose that parent before you came into body. Yes, you chose that parent before you came into body. So yes, you are responsible for that choice. So what we want to be able to do is find being present. Daily meditation practice. Okay, so then throughout your day, as you lose that feeling of being present because it's too much, it's too difficult, you go back to your breath. Okay, your breath will bring you back to the present. Your breath will bring you back to the present. Always. Guaranteed. Promised. All right, and then you start to go within to find out, why am I still here? All right, so I'm just looking to see if you have any questions right now. My existence is just too painful. I don't have energy for anything, even if I wanted to meditate. So that's because you don't meditate. Meditation is what creates the energy you need to survive. Meditation is your life force. Meditation is the energy, and it feeds you to survive. That's what meditation does. Meditation is going to connect you to your heart. When we connect to our heart, we find the way through. When we are stuck up here, the brain can only do right, wrong, yes, no, good or bad. The brain can only do that. The brain can only tell you Yes or no, good or bad. The heart finds you the way through. The heart finds you the way through. So when you go into meditation and the breath connects with the heart, you are now open to the way through. Does that make sense? Steps for starting meditation. I give you guys 1-minute meditations on TikTok. There's millions of meditations. There's guided meditations. There's just turning on music and sitting quietly. Like, it's up, your meditation practice is yours. It's not mine. For me, I like to move first. And I actually recommend we move first, stretching a little bit, open up the body, right? And then sit. What does that sitting look like for you? Or start with a yoga class. Learn moving meditation, right? Yoga is a moving meditation. It gives you an easier way to slide into it, right? And then you'll eventually start to crave sitting. Okay? So, questions about that? How do I meet my spirit guide? Mine doesn't want to meet me if it makes me so sad. Are you saying your spirit guide doesn't want to meet you? Mine doesn't want to meet me. It makes me, okay, that's silliness. Everybody has spirit guides. Everybody has spirit guides. It's up to you to learn how to communicate with them. And for those of you that have been watching, what is the answer to how you communicate with your spirit guides? Meditation. There's no quick fix. There's no pill. You either learn how to connect to the cosmos or you don't. If you don't learn how to connect to the cosmos, then you don't connect to the cosmos, and you don't touch your spirit guides, then you don't find the way through, then you don't do any of that. Or you connect with the cosmos, and boom, your heart shows you the way through. Your spirit guides talk to you. You're connected. Your life is not nearly as painful as it was. You find the way through. It doesn't mean that amazing things start happening and life is all filled with roses. It means that when painful situations happen, you know how to find the way through. You know how to manage it. So for the last 2 weeks, we're looking at being present. Okay? Being present right now for a lot of people is hard because we're in quarantine. We're in the home with family that is already hard enough to be with, right? So finding your daily practice would be a phenomenal challenge for you, and a challenge that you would only win. You would only find the way through. All right. So thank you, Kimberly, for that support. Hi, Michael. Hi, Susan. Thank you. I do private readings. You can just DM me. What's your favorite spiritual crystal and why? I like this question. Let me tell you why. I don't have a favorite anything. And let me tell you why. Because I don't study and learn about specific tarot cards or crystals or anything like that. And the reason for that is because spirit guides me to what I need when I need it. When it comes to my health, if it comes to my spirituality, if it comes to readings, if it comes to doing paranormal work, spirit tells me what I need. And I don't always know the names of it, but spirit will bring me that. So I don't have a favorite because I need to utilize everything the cosmos offers all the time. And I don't know what that'll be. They'll tell me, right? Jordan's supporting me and saying, meditate and ask them for a sign. That's a great idea, actually, for those of you who are feeling like your spirit guides aren't there. Ask them for a sign. That's a really good idea. Ask them for a sign. Good tips for first-time manifesting. Have a daily practice. Have a daily practice. Okay, are we good? So I have a show at 1:30 today, YouTube and Facebook. So that's in about, 40 minutes. You can bring your questions there. If you guys have questions about love, life, career, bring them there. I'm answering questions at the end. We'll do pet readings. We have a paranormal case. I may not be live this week because of the holiday. But definitely New Year's Eve, we're going to do a nice long meditation with some pick-a cards, a bunch of different pick-a cards to see where we all are supposed to be headed and what the new year will look like for us. So join me then. I'll do Instagram and then we'll do TikTok. And I might do YouTube. Like I said, I'll let you guys know. All right. Any other questions about that for your homework this week? Oh, Jordan will be there. Thank you. Any other questions for manifestation? Okay, guys. I'll see you at 1:30. YouTube, Facebook. Bring your questions. Bye.